is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon. I am Lucy Adeyemi. Zimbabwe has started implementing load shedding on Monday after the government announced it was facing critical power shortfalls and had to introduce rotational power cuts to ensure it met the nation's demand for power supply. Zimbabwe Electricity Transmission and Distribution Company said last week low water levels caused by drought had forced it to cut power generation at its Kariba Dam power plant and cannot generate electricity at optimal capacity. The utility company said in a statement it will now import electricity from South Africa and Mozambique. It added that the durations for shedding may be longer in the event of increased power shortfall to avoid the collapse of the national electricity grid. The World Health Organization has warned that it may not be possible to contain the Democratic Republic of Congo's latest Ebola outbreak if violent attacks on health workers and treatment centers continue in the two affected provinces in the country's east. The health organization says unless the targeting of response activities were ended, the virus would remain successfully contained of the virus in North Kivu and Ituri, which border Rwanda, Uganda, and South Sudan. The 9-month-old current epidemic is the second worst in history of the DRC. 1,100 persons have so far been killed. Last week, fighters from the armed Mai Mai rebel group attacked a treatment center in the town of Butembo at the epicenter of the outbreak. Stay with us to be back after this short break.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
Libya's UN-backed government says it has asked 40 foreign firms, including French oil company Total, to renew their licenses or be suspended, pressuring Europe to stop an eastern military offensive against Tripoli. The decision also affects the aerospace company Thales and the telecoms company Alcatel. An official had earlier said that operations had been suspended, but Ministry of Economy and Industry says in a decree, the foreign firms have 3 months to renew their expired business licenses. The action comes as the Tripoli-based government seeks to garner support to fend off an assault by Khalifa Haftar's Libyan National Army Force, which has been trying for 1 month to take the capital. At least 400 persons have been killed in the Libyan offensive, with thousands displaced in southern Tripoli. That's ANN Newsbury. Join us again at 5 for our full newscast. For details on these and other stories, visit our social media platforms and join the conversation on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.